The Olympic champion was just defeated by a 17-year-old high school student by 1/100th of a second. Thinking he had lost, he dove across the finish line in Oslo. He had prevailed. Additionally, the Olympic winner made a public statement about this teenager prior to the race that ought to have served as a warning to all 800-meter runners worldwide. We'll address that. However, defeating the world and Olympic champion at the age of 17 is only the beginning. You must first comprehend Cooper Lutkenhouse's true origins. His journey began in a small Texas town with a father who was a high school coach and two older siblings who made his life extremely challenging. Justin, Texas, is a typical suburb where children attend school, participate in sports, and strive to keep up with their older siblings. It is a small town northeast of Dallas and does not have a long history of producing world champions. Cooper Lutkenhouse was raised in a home where rivalry was the norm. In middle school, he participated in 5 different sports, including wrestling. He watched Dallas Cowboys game footage with an obsession. Before anyone outside of Texas knew his name, the child was hardwired to constantly compete at everything. George, his father, was a collegiate athlete and currently serves as the district's sports director. Northwest High School's principal is his mother, Tricia. The child who recently defeated the Olympic champion attends a school operated by his mother. In this house, everything revolved around improving oneself, demonstrating one's worth, and avoiding falling behind. A narrative of a church league basketball season is told by his mother. Cooper is a young man. He is 4 years older than his middle sibling. The younger child would be placed on a different team by most parents. Cooper hangs out with the older lads when Tricia throws him out there with them. Cooper Lutkenhouse's only goal from the start was to establish he belonged somewhere he wasn't yet meant to be, so sometimes he outplays them. The entire career may be summed up in only one sentence. In middle school, he takes up track and wins every event he competes in, but he never gives it much thought. It was his words, not mine. He claims that every time he set foot on the track, he truly wanted to win, but he assumed that was the case for everyone. He was simply going out there to compete and have fun. He was unaware at the time that this wasn't always the case. Cooper Lutkenhouse, an 8th grader, runs the 800 meters in 1:53 and 1:54. For comparison, 1:53 would be regarded as a serious personal best by the majority of adult recreational runners. This 14-year-old 8th grader is performing music. The Brooks PR Invitational is won by him. The Nike Outdoor Nationals are won by him. A little is noticed by the track community. The way it always recognizes when a tiny child runs quickly and questions if it will be able to keep up. Because this is what it's like to be a quick middle school student in Texas. For the men who oversee the World Championships and the Diamond League, it means nothing. Professional track and junior national high school competitions differ greatly. It's not even close to being enormous. At an entirely different level, it is an entirely different sport. When he enters high school, he wins every 800. As a freshman, Texas won the Class 5A state championship. Next came the Class 6A state title the next year. He has never lost. Even while he is becoming faster every season, the larger sports community is still not paying close attention. This is the issue with being Texas' top high school 800 runner. The men you must defeat to establish your worth are not competing in Texas high school competitions. With years of international experience under their belts and Olympic medals around their necks, they are competing in Oslo, Stockholm, and Eugene. Although winning Texas state titles is amazing, it says nothing about Cooper Lutkenhouse's ability to compete with the world's top players. The question must be forced by something. The person who creates the framework for Lutkenhouse as he transitions from an outstanding high school student to a professional athlete in 2025 is Coach Chris Capo. I'm still in high school, attending classes, but I'm currently preparing for the World Championships. One aspect of Capo's training of Lutkenhouse explains why he consistently wins major moments. The kick. Lutkenhouse has always had a natural trigger point at 200 meters remaining. In his own words, I really push from that spot ever since middle school. Music is not arbitrary. It has been drilled. The coach helps him develop that final 200 until it comes naturally to him, race after race and session after session. And that instinct transforms everything on August 3, 2025, in Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon, U.S. Outdoor Track and Field Championships. The age of Cooper Lutkenhouse is 16. He is competing in the 800-meter final against men who have been doing this their entire adult life, including Olympians, professionals, and former world champions. He is dead last in the places that count, in 7th place with 200 meters remaining. The kick then activates. In the last 200 meters of the race, he moves up from 7th to 2nd place with a time of 1 minute and 42.27 seconds, which is more than a full second faster than the U18 world record. Surpasses Josh Hoey, Bryce Hoppel, and Brandon Miller, men who have all won Olympic medals and made it to the World Championship finals. After Donovan Brazier, he comes in 2nd overall. Hayward Field's stadium erupts. As soon as he witnesses it, distance running coach Steve Magnus says that it is the greatest athletic achievement in history and that it makes high school LeBron appear insignificant. The 16-year-old, who is the youngest American to ever qualify for the World Athletics Championships, will miss English literature class in order to travel to Tokyo. Now, the sporting community is not just paying attention, but also taking action. However, Tokyo does not go according to plan, and the Lutkenhouse highlight clips frequently skip over what transpires there. World Athletics Championships, Tokyo, September 2025. Lutkenhouse packs his coursework in his bag and takes a plane to Japan. He is 16. He is the youngest American competitor at this level in history. The reward is meant to be the event itself. In the heat, he goes out. A Texas high school meet really cannot prepare you for the tactical, physical, and nasty nature of the 800-meter World Championship field. The world's top runners are skilled at boxing you in, controlling a race with their experience, and ensuring that a dangerous kicker never has a chance to go loose. Lutkenhouse doesn't move forward. He returns home. It's not a catastrophe. He made it there at the age of 16, but the message is extremely obvious. A thunderous kick and raw talent alone are insufficient. The global stage demands more experience and the kind of tactical wisdom that can only be acquired by repeatedly competing against the best, losing, growing, and recovering. The question is whether a child who has never truly failed at anything has the mentality to apply that lesson. Put it in the comments section now. At 16, would you choose to stay at home with your buddies or skip your junior year of school to attend the World Championships? Since Cooper consistently selected the race, I sincerely want to hear what you would have done. Poland's Torun, March 2026. The majority of Cooper Lutkenhouse's peers are spending their spring break at home, sleeping in, playing video games, going to the beach, and engaging in typical 17-year-old activities. Lutkenhouse is competing against the world's top middle distance runners in the 800 meters at the World Indoor Athletics Championships in Poland. In 1 minute and 44.24 seconds, he triumphs. The youngest individual world champion in track and field history. Not just 800-meter history, not just American history, but the history of track and field at all events, dating back to the sport's inception. A 17-year-old from Justin, Texas, whose mother insisted that he attend prom. World